Hello everyone, and welcome back to some more Shining Song Starnova with me, Phantom Zwei. When we last left off, we were leading into the day of the first live, and everything went wrong with everyone. So yeah, let's find out what happens on this day. It was finally the day of the live. Despite having stayed late to work, I practically jumped out of my futon when the alarm went off. My body was on high alert. Today was the day. I rushed to the office, my heart already pounding. Oh, morning, producer-san. As expected of our busybody faux lolly, Aki had beat me to the office. Good morning. Ready for the big day? Of course I am. I don't know about the others, though. It's still early. They should be here in a moment. Just as I said that, the door opened. Oh, good morning. Good morning. Listen to this, producer-san. You wouldn't believe what happened last night. I got hassled by these super annoying guys. There were like 8 of them, all surrounding me. Oh, oi! That sounds shady as hell. You think they could have been Yakuza? Well, they just seemed like garden variety losers to me. But it was annoying as hell to get away from them. They kept following me for at least 10 minutes. Just because Julie dresses like a super bitch that attracts that kind of attention. She's really not dressed like all that badly. I mean, anyway, oh well. Oi, shut your brat trap, shit loli. Well, I'm glad you managed to get away from them. Remember, you're an idol now, so you need to be careful of guys trying to pick up on you in the streets. Just one suggestive photo is all it takes to get the rumor mill started. Paparazzi is out to sell gossip, not report the truth. So that's what you're worried about. Alright, I hear you. Sasami walked through the door. Good morning, everyone. Okay, so we got 3 that are okay, and, didn't seem to have a big effect on them. Good morning. It's bright and sunny today, isn't it? I hope that makes a lot of people come to see the live. The 3 girls sat down on the sofa and talked amongst themselves. So far, so good. Where were the other 4 girls? I looked at the clock. It was now 8 a.m. I wonder why they were running late. Just then, Nimue walked through the door. I apologize for my tardy appearance, producer-san. Don't worry, not everyone's here yet anyways. Did something happen? Well, just the usual family argument. Please don't worry too much, producer-san. Surely these sorts of disagreements occur in every family. In any matter, my parents have permitted me to participate in the live, so there shall be no further complications. Alright. But where were the others? By the way. Nimue opened the door again, revealing a white strand of hair hiding beyond the edge of the doorframe. Mika-chan, I found you. Mika pulled her head back and attempted to make a run for it. Nimue grabbed a hold of her and plopped her down into the office. Mika crumpled to all 4s and crawled behind the sofa, her head buried in her hands. Mika, what's the matter? As I suspected, being an idol in front of a live audience is too big a task for someone like myself. The darkness is where I belong, specifically the cozy darkness of an 8-tatami apartment with the curtains firmly shut. Producer-san, this is simply beyond my abilities. I am sorry, but a human failure such as myself cannot be expected to sing and dance like an idol. In truth, I was just a human failure all this time. Oi, Mika, it's totally normal to get nervous before a live. Get a hold of yourself. I knelt down and tried to coax Mika into returning to normal. Mika, you practiced hard for this. Besides, a human failure would never have managed to come this far. Mika's eyes welled up with tears as she looked at me. Producer-san! She crawled into my lap and bawled into my chest. I only wanted to be part of anime. But this is reality. The cold hard fact is that I'm nearly pretty or talented enough to become an idol. Why did I ever decide to sign on to this fool endeavor? I should have remained in the comfort of my home and enjoyed the idol world in front of the television screen, safely wrapped inside a warm blanket. Woe that this is not an anime and I cannot simply transform into a magical idol girl merely because I believe in the power of love. Woe that we are not assured a happy ending merely for fighting on the side of justice. Woe that unavoidable, plot-irrelevant disasters strike with no foreshadowing whatsoever. Woe be upon this cruel, cruel reality. Mika. I awkwardly patted the back of her head. It's alright, Mika. It's totally normal for girls to cry before their first live. Oi, Chuni-chan. You're really getting on my nerves. Aki knelt down and gripped Mika's shoulders. Of course the world's unfair. Of course real life's a scary-ass place. But only pussy cowards hide in the dark and wait for a quiet and lonely death. You gotta march out, grab life by its horns, and wrestle it to the ground if you want to get anywhere in this world. Success ain't just gonna be handed to you on a platter. You gotta fight till you go crazy. You gotta be scared so witless you wanna die. Or else you ain't doing it right. But... Aki-chan's words are correct. But Mika-chan, we're here for you as well. We're all... The door slammed open, interrupting the girl's dramatic pep talk. Mariah swaggered in, barely keeping her balance. I stood in shock at her messy appearance. Her hair was a wild mess and her clothes were almost dangling off of her. Mariah? Shit! You stink of alcohol! Did you even take a shower yesterday? What are you talking about? Can't smell a thing. Anyways, let's rock this fucking live and become idols. Don't have anything left anyways. Mariah lost her balance and swayed into a whiteboard. Whoops. Forget that. How are you planning to dance in that condition? Besides, you look like you spent the night under a bridge. Shut up. Not the first time an idol's done alive smashed. What a cherry boy. Happens all the time. Give me some water. Gonna get me fixed. Okay. Sasami ran into the break room and prepared a jug of water as the rest of the girls murmured. So far, we had Mika trembling on the floor, Mariah leaning against a whiteboard in a drunken stupor. Oh shit. And on top of that, weren't we still missing someone? I reached for my cell to check what was going on. I saw a message from Natan. Sorry, P-kun. I'm at the hospital right now. Got into an accident at work. What? My eyes widened in shock as I pressed my cell against my face to double check that I was reading her message right. Everyone, Natan's been hurt in an accident. Eh? I'm going to the hospital to check the situation. Me too. Oi, you think we're just gonna sit here after telling us that? Come on, let's go. Yeah. Eh? Mika-chan, let's go. The seven of us rushed into the hospital, Mariah still looking like a woman of profession better left unmentioned. We went to the reception desk and found the ward where Natan had been admitted. In a panic, all of us packed into the elevator and marched through the halls of the hospital, our hearts pounding. Natan was always so cheerful. She was without a doubt the mood maker of the team, and the most energetic out of all the girls. What if something terrible had happened to her? What if... Producer-san. I clenched my jaw despite the overwhelming fear in my heart. I was everyone's producer. No matter what happened, I had to be the bastion the girls could rely on. We arrived at Natan's room. With a deep breath, I opened the door, my blood pounding. A row of beds extended through the room, and in one of the beds was... Oh no! Natan. We saw a figure wrapped from head to toe in a thick white cast. Natan! Sasami collapsed by the bedside, tears running from her eyes. What could possibly have happened? How did things turn out this way? Mika's eyes lost focus and she crumpled to her knees, knocked out cold from shock. She was always so happy for something like this to happen. Eh? Well, butter my butt and call me a biscuit. The hell's going on here? We were supposed to have our live today, but she had to die before she could accomplish her dreams. Dead? Who's dead? Eh? Natan's ghost? As if, you moron. It's obvious Natan's still alive. Besides, if she was in a body cast, How the hell would she have sent a message to the producer?
Yeah.
I don't know what's going on here. I rubbed my hand on my brow. Oh, what a mess. Alright, girls, let's, get out of here. We're disturbing the other patients. We returned to the hallway. How are you feeling, Natan?
Yeah.
There was a bit of an accident at the construction site last night, but luckily no one was seriously hurt. I just scraped my knees a little, that's all. Sure enough, Natan's knees were wrapped in bandages. Don't worry, nothing's broken or anything, so I can still dance fine. And the bandages will be covered up by the thigh highs anyway, so no one will even notice. Are you sure you're okay? How deep is the injury? I'm fine. Just a little playground scrape, not a problem. Thank goodness Natan's safe. Would have been a big deal if you hurt yourself before the live. Be careful. Julie slapped Mika's cheeks until she jerked back awake. Oi, wake up. Natan's fine. Natan.
Yahoo!
I'm right here. The dark specter of our fallen comrade has materialized. Like I said, Natan doesn't have a ghost. I need water. The crisis averted, Mariah was now bent over, the color of paper. Cold beads of sweat began to drip down her temple. My, look at the time! Upon Nimu's words, I suddenly realized it was almost past noon. Ah! We're gonna be late for dress rehearsal! Come on, everyone, let's go. Alright, onwards! Hey guys, wait! No time, we can't miss our first live. But, Miki-chan, let's go! Sasami grabbed Mika's hand and pulled her away before Mika could protest. The rest of us took off for the live house as well. In all my time as a producer, I've never met a more unreliable group of talents. But they were my girls. I just had to deal with it. This was just my life now. We somehow managed to arrive at the live house in time for the rehearsal. I'd already gotten everything delivered here the other day. The girls quickly donned their uniforms and did their makeup. I can't believe it. Ugh, your hair is a mess. Julie shook her head as she straightened Mariah's hair with an iron. She leaned into Mariah's neck and gave it a sniff. Smells like shit. Mariah was hunched forward, barely clinging on to the remaining strands of her consciousness. Are you really gonna be able to perform like this? Shut up. Don't underestimate an idol. Famous last words. Sasami burst into the room, bearing an armful of water bottles. Here. Thanks. Mariah grabbed a water and chugged it down. This is gonna get worse before it gets better. Then why the hell did you drink so much the day before the live? Couldn't be helped. I got sacked from work. I'm tired of being a piece of shit. Always having to suck up to others. Getting my ass groped all the time at work. Well, not anymore. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna finally be an... Mariah suddenly gripped her mouth. Eh? Everyone backed away as Mariah's chest heaved. Mariah gulped her vomit down, her teeth clenched, sweat pouring down her face. You probably want to let that out? Yeah. I'm gonna be an idol. Even if that's the last thing I'm gonna do. That would have been a lot cooler if we didn't see you just eat your own puke. She has a point. Shut up, shit loli. We somehow managed to get through the rehearsals. Now it was time for the real thing. We were singing 2 songs, a cover and our debut song. By pro standards, 2 songs were nothing, hardly even a mini live. But I looked over to the girls. Sasami looked over the others with worry. Mariah was in her usual sour mood, the alcohol just beginning to wear off. Mika was kneeling on the floor, her eyes clenched shut, and rubbing her palms high in the air as if praying to the idol gods for mercy. Natan looked completely oblivious to the other's stress and happily chomped on a yakisoba bread. Nimu had her usual ditzy smile. We could all feel the dangerous aura lurking below. Julie had nothing but a confident smirk, but I could tell her lips were trembling. Aki merely waited for the moment the curtains raised, her arms crossed and eyes closed. Everyone, it's time! Shall we do a cheer? The girls gathered together into a star, their arms around each other's shoulders. We are?
We are Starnova!
The curtains raised. Sasami's eyes widened. The live house was packed with audience members. Hundreds of glow sticks waved at her. Everyone, let's go! I watched backstage as the girls performed the first song. The venue owner was pleased to report that all the tickets had sold out, although we still didn't know how much of it was our doing. But at least we had that initial victory. Now it came down to the girls. Julie, Mariah, and Sasami finished their routine in the front row, and spun backwards as Aki, Nemu, Mika, and Natan rotated forward. Mika's head was spinning. Was the music this loud during the rehearsal? And there were so many people. She rotated too far and collided into Nemu. Oh no! Just then, Nemu wrapped her arms around Mika and leaned forward while stuffing Mika's face into her boobs. Okay. The crowd went wild as Mika's small, innocent face was devoured by Nemu's breasts. Nice save, Nemu. Mika and Nemu split apart as Aki and Natan fell back and were replaced with Mariah. Ugh. Ogawa Kyosuke rubbed his eyes as the girls danced on stage. He shook his companion by the shoulders and pointed. Oi! Isn't that Yamamoto Mariah from Quasar? What's she doing here 2 years later? What's more, that's Kashiwagi Aki. I haven't seen her since she was 14. Eh? She's re-debuting? Wouldn't she be legal now? Oi, keep your head out of the gutter. Kyosuke raised both his glow sticks and bellowed. Anyways, we gotta show our support! Mariah! Aki-chan! Oh, Nichan never forgot you! So many Oni-chans. The girls panted as the first song ended. The warm-up song is over. Now it's time for our debut. Mariah straightened up and smiled for the audience. The next song will be Starnova's debut song. Even though we're not perfect, please cheer for us as we dance our hearts out. But inside, Mariah was doing everything in her power not to double over in agony. After just one song, every part of her body was burning in exhaustion. Guess this means I've gotten old. Well, I mean, you're also, drunk as shit. Used to be I could drink all I want and be fine the next day. But now... Meanwhile, Natan waved to the audience from the far corner. But her legs were trembling. Natan, are you alright? Yeah, the sweat's just making it sting a little, that's all. The first notes of their debut song began to play. The girls closed their eyes. This was the story of their beginning. Injured, flawed, scared, even not scarred. Everyone, be strong. Do your best. I was always your fan. Everyone's shouting at me. Is it because I'm no good? Do they want me to get off stage? That's probably what everyone's thinking. Words repeated in Mika's head. Shit otaku, human failure, disappointment. What am I doing? I should never have left my home. I'll just get hurt in the outside world. I'll never be a pretty idol. But then, Mika remembered something. Anyways, remember that your teammates are working alongside you, and I'm still here as your producer. Everyone here is part of this industry. It's nice working with people who all share a common dream. There's no need to be a loner. I see. Everyone here shares my dreams. Everyone here loves anime. Everyone here's to take a break from reality. Everyone loves idols. I can't give up again. I don't want to be a human failure anymore. Rejoice, my minions, for the black song shall echo eternal. Ah, look at these pigs squeal for my body. Let's give them a show to remember. But doubts ate through Julie's confidence. In reality, she wanted to see guys stare at her to avoid realizing the truth. No man was actually interested in her. For what did the flesh matter? Beauty was nothing more than a commodity in both entertainment and the dating market. And no matter how confident Julie was in her appearance, beauty was something she did not have a monopoly over. Try as she did, there would always be someone better to take men away. Pigs. Whatever. I know what's inside of me is shit rotten. I don't give a damn. But she was going to be abandoned. Ever since she was a child, she was always abandoned by men, starting with the first man she laid eyes upon being born. That's not true. Guys just can't get enough of me. I'll never be abandoned again. But did any of them love her? Or did they merely lust after her looks? That's... Suddenly, Julie remembered what happened that night. Just kidding. Relax, producer-san. It's just a little off-the-record fun. As long as everything stays off the record. What's the problem? People do all sorts of stuff in the dark. They need a release, you know? Why drag that stuff into the public when it can disappear, all disappear with the night? He's still here for me, isn't he? That cherry boy. He's not gonna abandon me, is he? These are the thoughts you're having up on stage. Like, I kind of understand Mika, because hers relates to, like, stage fright and being afraid of, you know, others, but I'm like, Julie's fears are... they're manifesting right now in a very strange place. Of course not. He promised me he would make me into an idol, to the very end. Producer-san, he'll always be by my side. I mean, I understand what they're doing. It's the producers, the support that gives them all the strength to, you know, perform and do their best and blah, blah, blah. But, you know, it's just kind of funny. I'm not going to stop. Everyone! I wonder if Haruna-san will yell at me again tonight. What if she uses her connection to harm my teammates? What if she ruins Producer-san's reputation? I won't let that happen. Darkness began to bubble in Nimu's chest. Oh shit! She got the knife. Of course I won't let that happen. I'm going to be the prettiest idol in the world. I'll get rid of anyone who stands in my way. Screw that woman! Trying to tell me what to do, when she never even gave birth to me. She's just angry at my existence. Every time she looks at me, she's reminded that she failed as a woman. Well, you know, otaku-oriented entertainment used to be a taboo in the past, but now it's mostly accepted as part of the entertainment industry. As a leading figure in that sector, shouldn't your mother know all the career opportunities opened by becoming a successful idol? Even after a top idol's retirement, they'll go on to become well-known television personalities or join management roles themselves. I'm sure your mother must be aware of all this. In fact, with such an impressive familial connection inside the industry, you really could become a top idol. What reason does your mother have to prevent you from following your dreams? But Producer-san did have a point. Haruna-san wouldn't try to prevent me from becoming an idol unless she had a good reason. I mustn't... An idol doesn't think such hateful thoughts. It's come over me lately. I lose my temper so easily. Perhaps Haruna-san simply wishes to protect me. In any matter, a lady mustn't lose her composure so easily. Alright, let's beat the negativity and bring out the sunshine. Nimu Nimu shine! Natan's knees throbbed as she danced on stage. This is getting dangerous. I wanted to dance my heart out for my debut live, but at this rate... Mom, everyone... Sorry, not sure if Natan can do this. I just wanted to make all the villagers accept us again, but... Wetness began to seep down Natan's knee socks. Something like this is unfair. Why has something like this gotta happen to me, when Natan always tries her best to be happy? Because if Natan don't smile, bad things will happen. Everyone will be worried. How could I smile when it hurts like this? Yahoo! I'm ready for you, Pikun! Oh god, it's gonna be our booby scene again. Herc! What are you doing? Oh, Pikun, you said you'd find out which parts of Natan had the most appeal. Okay, at least you're not making me edit the episode again. Natan's face broke into a grin as soon as she recalled that incident. Pikun sure was flustered when he saw me naked. I wonder if that's the first time he's ever been naked with a girl before. Yeah, I wonder if I accidentally gave Pikun his most treasured memory. Alright, I can't let him down today. Well, I mean, you guys literally were naked in front of him when you first showed off, like as a group. So that wasn't the first time, but hey, sure. A farmhand like Natan can't let a puny scraped knee hold her down, or else all the other villagers will laugh at her and say I became a pudgy city slicker. Natsuki heard a voice shout for her. Natan! We're all here for you! She saw the old site manager, along with the other construction workers shouting for her in the audience. Ah, everyone! They all came here to cheer me on, despite what happened. Alright. Finally, I'm here again. It took so long to come back here. But this is still nothing. If I'm really gonna make Mommy happy, then I need a stage much, much, much bigger than this. But doubts began to fester in Aki's chest. She remembered a ruined apartment, shards of glass, toppled furniture, trash everywhere. I can't let Mama down again. No, or else Mama will... But being an idol's not a walk in the park either. There's always another girl chasing after you who will push you down to get ahead. No matter how hard you work, the grown-ups might not recognize your efforts. Suddenly, blind terror gripped Aki's heart. Not again. I don't want to be an idol if I have to do that again. There's no way I can be number one. It's impossible. 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 You might not think it, but you're still young. There's still plenty of time to find your voice. Eh? What's up with the unexpectedly helpful advice? Trying to act like you're my dad or something? No, I'm just trying to be your producer. No, this time things are different. I won't make the same mistakes as last time. Come on, get yourself together, you shit loli. I'm younger, prettier, and better than all the other girls. Of course I'm gonna be the shining star of Starnova. So there's no reason to doubt myself. This time, I'll really be number one. Mariah's body ached and burned. No matter how much Mariah had tried to breathe, her lungs screamed for more oxygen. She was hardly even singing, and her moves were slow and sluggish compared to her younger teammates. Her face burned with shame. She probably looked middle-aged, trying to look cool among the fresh teenagers to the audience members. Ugh, I can't go on. As expected. My time's over, huh? Should've known. You don't even see idols in their mid-20s anymore. But then, they're already over the hill, or by then they're already long over the hill and retired. Huh. I should've just accepted my defeat and died quietly somewhere, instead of raising a fuss and getting slaughtered like this. Guess this means it's over. And in the end, I couldn't even sing in the Tokyo Dome. So much for girlhood dreams. I really shouldn't have dropped out of middle school for this. If I hadn't have done that, maybe I might have had a future. Mariah bitterly recalled all the scenes of her life leading up to this moment. It was nothing but a field of disappointments, humiliation, and fruitless work. I guess this is how idols die. My only desire is to see Starnova on the biggest stage in Japan, shining stars powerful enough to turn night into day. Spoken like a true producer. Something like that's obviously impossible. No matter how you look at it, we're just a bunch of washed-up ex-idols, or late-starting beginners. Nowadays, idol agencies manufacture girls before they even hit puberty. You think we stand a chance against them? It's impossible. Even if we do hit it big, it'll just be moments before some young pretty face replaces us. Regardless, I'm someone who's not satisfied until I've done my very best. What's that fool producer saying? If I gave up before an idiot like him, how could I ever look at myself in the mirror again? Mariah pushed her dark memories away. The future was still yet unwritten. She couldn't let what had already happened prevent her from writing her own future. Tokyo Dome. One day, I'll still reach it. I gotta say, I really liked Mariah's, kind of her defiance against, the issues holding her back here. I thought that was well done. I'm a pro. I've got to lead the other girls on. Don't underestimate an idol.
これから始まるのさ。
I'm not finished yet. Sasami's heart was pounding so hard that her chest could burst. Producer-san, everyone, we're finally idols. We're singing, dancing, and everyone's cheering for us. I'm so happy we could all sing like this together. From now on, we'll always be the 7 girls of Starnova. But deep inside, she was afraid. For a moment, she had been an idol before, but what she found was not happiness, but bleak darkness. She'd always grown up in a loving family, oblivious to the evils lurking outside of her home. Men sought to use their power to intimidate and exploit others. Good people willingly averted their eyes from injustices playing out in front of them. It was as if she had walked out to the sea, where the ground suddenly plunged into a deep, dark abyss so black that it could pull her to its depths. The longer she closed her eyes to the evils of the world, the deeper she would one day fall into that hole. This is what it means to be an idol. Ah! His words echoed in her head. So, am I nothing but a thing to be sold? If my manager demands that I undress for a photo shoot, is it my only choice? These thoughts again. I'm not Shimazaki Sasami. I'm an idol. For the moment, she signed on to be an idol. She had ceased to be a girl and had to become an object. An object men worship by tossing money to it. An object of veneration, flawless, innocent, and pure. An object paraded by the managers of this new religion across the nation to collect dues from men far and wide. An object obviously had no need for a life aside from the one given to it by the managers. Doubts filled Sasami's heart. So this is what the world's really like. I really shouldn't have just given up back then. I really should have. What's the point of continuing to live in such a messed up world? But another voice called out for her. You? What the hell are you doing? In her darkest hour, a lone man had dared to stand amongst the countless who remained complacent that day. And Sasami knew from that moment on, this man was different from the others. He would never treat her as an object. He would never witness an injustice occur before him and fail to act. What am I thinking? I'm just a coward. I need to be brave like Producer-san was that day. I can't give up just because of one bad experience. There's still good in this world. Producer-san, you're my hero.
みんな、私たちをちゃんと見て。私たち精一杯歌いますね。
And so the 7 broken girls of Starnova debuted that night. A well done scene. I think that's probably the best scene of the game so far, appropriately. The song ended, the audience broke into cheers and applause. Aki-chan! I knew you would come back to us! You fool! This isn't about Aki-chan anymore. This isn't about Mariah. It's about everyone. Behold, my brother, for we have witnessed the rebirth of 7 new stars on this night. Starnova! Starnova! Nova, Nova, Nova! The audience broke into an impromptu chant. The girls looked amongst themselves and laughed. Alright, let's go! Nova, Nova, Nova! Amidst the celebration, I walked onto the stage. Producer-san, why are you here? I calmed the audience down. Everyone, I'm the producer of these girls. I'm pleased to make your acquaintance. Even though we're a far cry from what you would expect from professional idols, this is a unit that I've grown especially fond of over the past few weeks. I hope that you'll all become fond of them as well. With that said, I have an announcement to make.
なんだと？
Announcement? Hey, I never heard anything about this.
おお。
What? What's going on? Don't tell me you're all being retired and replaced with teens.
うるさい。
Idiot, calm down. Starting immediately, Starnova will perform weekly at this venue every Friday, with 2 showings at 6 p.m. and 8 p.m.
おお。
The girls all gathered together and embraced each other. We did it!
やっほー。死ぬまで働け。
I knew this was gonna happen, but this is just the beginning, you hear? Everyone better work their tails off from now on. Our forces report triumph at every quarter. The black song shall echo eternal.
満点です。
We've hit quite a success right off the bat. It's all thanks to Producer San's hard work, isn't it? Of course we're gonna perform every week. That's what idols do, right? Heh, I'm not impressed by this at all. We did it! The girls looked on in shock as Mariah's face scrunched together like a pug. I'm gonna be an idol again. Hey, what are you crying for?
諦めないぞ。
Save your tears for later. Because this is our reincarnation. Nova! 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 And so the story of how we were reborn concluded. In the end, it was but the first of many chapters in our days as idols. For a moment, we were all truly happy for taking the first step to realizing our dreams. But our story was far from over. More trials awaited us, for success only brought bigger and darker troubles. Fame and fortune came hand in hand with sorrow. Our story of stardom continued. To be continued in Shining Song Starnova. Excellent. And given that I did enjoy the demo quite a bit, I very much anticipate that I will be getting this when it comes out. I don't know. I have an affinity for, idol stories, and I feel like this one was it was well done. I do like the balance of humor and in the drama that they like to do. As I mentioned before, I feel like the pacing is still off in a lot of scenes. I feel like they're rushed a little bit. I did feel like this scene was very well done. In particular, like I said, I feel like the pacing was pretty much spot on here. Just as a little bit of a critique. So, I hope that they kind of make more scenes like that that linger enough for you to really kind of get a sense for what all the girls are thinking, all that. But, that said, I say that, but the demo itself was already really long. Like, I think this is episode 7 or 8 of this, and they've all been at least half an hour, I think, so quite long overall. But yeah, let's go ahead and read about the next time on Shining Song Starnova, but expect to see more of this when it comes out on my channel. I will probably vet it a little bit ahead of time to see if this is all pretty much the same as it was in the demo when it does come out. If it adds voice acting, I might redo all this again if I do a series on it. But, if it's mostly the same, I'll probably just put these videos into a Let's Play playlist and just continue on from there and relabel them as the series beginning episodes. But we'll see. We'll see how it all kind of comes out. Next time on Shining Song Starnova. Following their successful live debut, the team heads to a hot springs vacation to celebrate. However, Producer Son finds himself in a whole lot of hot water when the girls fight amongst each other as to who should be selected as the center. After their vacation, the girls resume their journey to stardom. However, the question of who will become the center continues to loom over the unit. Trouble brews when Mariah's old teammates from Quasar appear. Yeah, given that they named the primary Quasar girl and everything, and gave her her own design and everything, I was like, oh yeah, she's gonna pop up more. Probably particularly in Mariah's route, I assume. The girls are invited onto a game show, but just what kind of weird game show? Nude photographs of the girls might have leaked onto the internet? Can Producer San continue to manage his unruly talents? Or is his story heading to an early bad end? All that and more in the next chapter of Shining Song Starnova. This concludes the Shining Song Starnova demo. We hope you enjoyed this introductory chapter of the Starnova Girls' Rise to Stardom. While they may have hailed their first live, there's still a long way to go until they become big idols. Please continue to watch over them as they continue to do their best in the story of 7 flawed girls trying to become famous. But can't wait until the game's released to find out what happens next? We accept additional funding on Patreon to further polish this game. Become a funder on Patreon and you can access additional content like character roots, betas, concept art, and more. But that's not something that I'm going to do, not just because, I don't intend to become a patron and become financially attached to the product, but, I mean, I will buy it for myself, obviously, at the end, but yeah. But, you know, also, I like having a peek into it, and then just kind of waiting for what we get in the end. You know, I want to kind of experience the rest of it in one big bulk. But yeah, if you did enjoy this, I started this series before I got, majorly sick and couldn't record for like 2 months. I started it back when the initial Kickstarter was going on. So it does bear mentioning, giving us this reminder, if you do really like what you see, you can always become a Patreon, and if you want to, you can kind of play the stuff ahead of me, for yourself by becoming a Patreon of it. So, there's that. But in no way do I necessarily endorse the product or anything, it's just, if you like what you see, do what you want, Become a patron today and instantly gain access to the rest of the common routes and even help test character routes. Also, keep your eyes peeled for future limited-time goods, such as character merchandise and physical collector's edition box sets. Stocks for physical collector's merchandise is very limited, so be sure to pre-order to guarantee there's enough in stock. Until next time, Shining Song Starnova. And I am Phantom Zwei. Thank you all very much for watching. I'll see you all next time.